best government is that which is closest to the people. I welcome you all to Saturday Show Live. And on today's edition, we'll be looking at the local government election, the preparedness and the awareness of the people. But before then, first thing first, our newspaper review. And to do this with me, I have in the house a man that has the knowledge, is good in analytical things. So he's going to analyze it with me. And he's no other person than Comrade Andy Emefia. So it's good to have you this morning.
Thank you so much. Good morning, viewer.
As usual, we have 3 newspapers with us today to review. And we're starting with the Saturday Vanguard, which has the headline, Crude Oil Theft, Why Government Can't Stop Lagos-Abuja Cartel.
Crude oil theft.
Okay. Why government can't stop Lagos-Abuja cartel.
So there are cartels everywhere.
That is what the newspaper put here. That's what they have here.
So if government cannot stop crude oil theft, that means that we don't need to say anything about insecurity. It means that we have lost it. Let us take it down to the Niger Delta, because that is where the action lies. The issue of crude oil theft, as we all know, is a recurring decimal in our body politic. People are going to the banks smiling with petrodollars that they did not work for. All the shores of our Niger Delta are prone to stealing of our crude oil. Insofar as we have oil bunkering activities that has been going on even from the days oil was discovered at Oloibiri in 1958. This issue will continue, and let us even look at who are those behind it.
That's what
I cannot, for example, go and take 1 liter of crude oil. So it takes some specialized groups of persons, a syndicate. And these people you are talking about, government knows who they are.
So it means that they are higher or stronger than the government. That's why government can't stop them.
They are part of those who are governing the country. Nobody can just go and start stealing crude oil. Where are the security forces? Where is the Nigerian Navy, for crying out loud? You can't just go to our waterways and say you are stealing our crude oil. Something is wrong somewhere, and we have still not gotten to the root of it. We are still playing lip service with it, unfortunately.
So what's the last word on that?
What last word? If you say government should step up, how soon will they step up? They keep on saying they will put modalities in place to stem the tide. Yes, Tom Pollard via Tantita has been given the contract for pipeline surveillance. But the man is still crying that some people putting on uniforms are still behind those who are stealing the crude oil. So where do we go? What advice will you give? So it's hanging in the air.
Well, it's hanging in the air. That's what Comrade just said. But I will appeal. Government should look into this and do something about it. Next, we have resurgence of kidnapping in Southwest. Afenifere, Yoruba elders raise the alarm.
Amotekun to the rescue. You know, when we hear these things, we keep on wondering. Kidnap here, kidnap in the Southwest, kidnap Southeast, kidnapping in the Northwest, kidnapping in the Northeast, kidnapping in the South. It's not only in the Southwest. So if Afenifere is crying, it means that the security apparatus once again has collapsed. And that is where we keep on wondering, who are these kidnappers? Are they faceless people? They are people like me and you. They are not ghosts. So how come all the security apparatus put in place with all the millions of dollars or billions of naira that we appropriate for our security agencies, the Navy, the police, the DSS and so on, what are they doing with the monies? They don't have intelligence gathering? So it before those one's imagination to imagine that kidnapping will still continue unabated. These are the signs of a failed country, sorry to say.
But I rest my case. I don't know what to say to you.
Or a failing country.
Yeah, we will just hope that Nigeria will rise again. So, And to the Guardian newspaper, we have a very bold headline, almost like a full page, saying local refineries, why crisis over crude supply will persist.
Which local refineries?
The ones we have in the country.
Can you name any
That's
of
why
them that
it's
is functional? Oh my God, Nigeria. According to somebody who does this thing. Why are you talking about local refineries? The ones that the government owns. Port Harcourt is not functioning. Warri is not functioning. Which one is functioning? Is Dangote is not NNPC. It's the only refinery that is functioning. And we know the story behind it. We know the investments that he made to make sure that refinery is going on. We are just playing lip service, we keep on saying. How will we have crude oil right all over the country and we still take it outside the country to refine? What is happening to our local refineries? They are not functional. But we are hearing that Port Harcourt refinery will soon. Last quarter of 2023, we were told that the refinery will kickstart. As we speak, we are in June. We are even in July. There's no sign that our refineries, the turnaround maintenance that government said they will do, is on course. So what do we say about this kind of situation? We just keep on praying that the will to do these things will come on the government one day.
The will to do our local refineries, to fix them.
To fix them.
They will come up.
We should keep on, the idea of keeping on, saying that efforts are on the way. Efforts are in the pipeline. When will these efforts come out of the pipeline and become tangible reality? That's the question.
It will come someday. Let's just be hopeful.
We pray, oh Lord.
Away from the Guardian newspaper, we have the Pointer. And the Pointer newspaper, on the front page, it has one: Delta local government polls. Play by rules. Oborowori admonishing politicians.
Play by the rules.
Yes.
Well, as the chief executive officer of the state, is entitled to speak this way. I recall about 2 or 3 days ago or so, when he led the Osun State Governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, to commission the Guzo-Okpanam bypass. He did say that all political parties should go and campaign, should go to the field to test their popularity, should go and tell the voters what they can do, put on the table. And so far, I don't want to stretch the imagination of people. It appears that only one political party is actually going for door-to-door campaigns. I don't see other political parties really springing up to campaign. So I don't know what the reason is, whether it is lethargy or whether it is the fact that some people are accusing DCEC already. APC is already accusing PDP that they are manipulating DCEC to rig the elections. So let us just say that the governor is in order in what he has said. Parties should go to the field, test their popularity among the electorates.
But the ones that are raising this accusation, are they campaigning?
According to the songwriter, if you ask me, now who I go ask?
Well, all political parties. The #1 man of Delta State says the Delta State local government polls, they should play by the rules. And you know what that means. So do that. There's another headline here. They say the federal government suspends train services in Delta, Kogi. Why?
We are still back to what Afenifere is complaining about, kidnapping. You see, along the line of the route where these railway lines are, it's very, very scary. Not too long ago, there was an incident of a train being kidnapped. The passengers, it derailed or something, and the passengers were frisked by kidnappers or were whisked away. So things were looted from them. Our security challenges have permeated every strata of our transport system. The only place that we can say is safe is in the air. And that is why the elite do not travel by road anymore. None of them will even dare to go and take a train ride, for example. The only safe place for them is to fly. So our transportation system has a lot of security challenges. The roads are death traps. The kidnappers know where to stay. Our railway lines, the intersections, just if you go through some of these places, you will see that you will not even tell yourself to pass through that route, because you will see that it is just a place having for kidnappers to have a field day. So insecurity is the root of all this.
So insecurity is the root of it. So all the money that has been poured into this is as good as saying,
who knows whether it is like pouring water into a bottomless pit. The monies keep on being appropriated yearly, yet we don't see any good thing coming out of it.
Anyway, thank you so much. So with that, we close the newspaper review for today.
Okay. Thank you
so much for coming.
Thank you.
Yes. So up ahead will be our discussion segment, but before then, let's quickly take our backgrounder on the local government elections, preparedness and awareness. The local government election provides a platform for grassroots involvement in governance, thus enabling citizens to have a say in matters of concern in their daily living. With the upcoming local government elections, it is essential to evaluate the level of awareness and preparedness amongst grassroots individuals.
Personally, I'm not aware of any local government elections coming up anytime soon, but although I've heard from a group of people about something like that coming up, not really something I'm familiar with.
The voters' awareness regarding the upcoming local government election is a significant concern. Many citizens are unclear about the voting process, candidate profiles, and the impact of local government in their communities. There is a need for intensified sensitization and orientation to educate and foster members of the communities to vote to make uncompromised decisions.
Before now, people usually feel because the local government election is the ruling party's decision, they don't feel their vote counts, so people don't come out to vote. But I believe this particular one will be different because I believe people are aware and they are coming out to cast their vote. So, and I believe this one will actually be different from the previous idea we have concerning the local government elections. Yeah.
Yes, I'm fully prepared. Why I'm prepared? This local government election I prepared since over 2 years ago, because I know that the chairman we have, the former chairman of local government, is somebody that we need again. So for over 2 years, I've been telling people over 2 years that he must come back because of what he has kept. And he has been a support to the youth. Whatever we're doing, the youth, he supports us. So we need him back again.
The participation of grassroots individuals in the upcoming election is crucial. However, there are challenges to be addressed, including limited awareness of election schedule and voting procedures, insufficient information on candidates' manifesto and track records.
This election must be free and fair. When they are talking about election, it's a part of the democratic process where people can elect those they want to lead them. That is what the meaning of election. I want to use the local government election data as a litmus test to see if what happened in 2023 has taught us a sense to know where we are going to.
The success of local government election depends on the active participation of grassroots individuals. To ensure a high turnout and informed voting, it is essential to intensify voter education and sensitization for the upcoming local government elections for a true reflection of the people's will, leading to more effective and responsive governance at the local level. Welcome back. You're still watching Saturday Show Live, and today's edition is on the forthcoming local government election. We are looking at the readiness and the awareness of the masses. Today, I have on set with me a gentleman. He is the candidate of Labour Party Aniocha South. He is Ferdinand Obugo.
Thank you, man.
It's good to have you this morning.
Yeah, my pleasure, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, man.
So, I want to start. The local government election is coming up on the 13th of July, and you are a candidate of the Labour Party. What inspired you into going for this local government?
I want to appreciate you first of all for this opportunity.
Thank you.
And when you talk about what inspired me, the suffering of my people in Aniocha South inspired me into doing this. When you see the way things are being done in Aniocha South, you know that we're far behind schedule. The developmental schedule of Aniocha South, we are far behind it. So it actually inspired me to go for this, so that we can be able to vindicate our people from this political slavery.
To vindicate your people from the political slavery.
Yeah.
That's what inspires you in going there.
Yeah.
So, do you mean that before now, the people who have been heads of such position have not really been reaching out to the Aniocha South people?
Yeah, everybody has done good, but as we see, their good is not enough. And administratively, you owe the people at least 90-something% of delivery. But Aniocha South have never had up to 50%, which is not a pass mark. So we have much to do in Aniocha South local government.
Okay, there's much to be done.
Much to be done.
But what's your level of awareness? Have you created any awareness? Does your Aniocha South people know that one Mr. Ferdinand Obugo is coming out, so that they will come out on that day to cast their vote for you?
Yeah, we've made enough awareness. If you can recall, I have been using NTA consecutively for my programs. The flagging of NTA was there. We've had our jingles round the local government. Our billboards are everywhere strategically in the local government. We have our billboards in the Sokwa Market Square. We have our billboards in AK Market, Ubuluku AK Market. We have our billboards at Kwale Junction when you are entering Ogwashoku. We still have our billboards at the General Hospital Junction. So I believe this has gone a long way to create awareness. Now I also appreciate my party, Labour Party. They have also helped in creating awareness in their own capacity.
How?
By jingles round town and sensitizing the people. So the people are aware that we're doing something. I think the party has done enough. The Labour Party has done enough to sensitize people.
The Labour Party has done enough in sensitizing people, and so you are so sure that come 13th July, people will come and they know that name, the name Ferdinand Obugo as the Labour Party flag person, candidate. You are so sure of that.
The name Prince Ferdinand Obugo is a rescue bell. It rings in the ears and the minds of the people of Aniocha South as we speak. Like you see my slogan, my political slogan is wake up, freedom is here. And obviously freedom is here in Aniocha South.
I don't want to rain, but you think it is just your thought? Have you really done a survey of how wide these people have come to know that yes, you are their candidate?
Yeah, we have various platforms, online platforms in Aniocha South. We have the Open Aniocha, we have the Aniocha political family. We have various platforms, and we've been able to update our programs on these platforms. Then personally, there's what we call mosquito campaign. We've all gone one-on-one because local government is dependent on mosquito campaign, one-on-one with people. Before now, I was in Ejema Anyogo. I'm just coming from Ejemanyongo to this studio this morning, sitting with the people of Ejemanyongo one-on-one to discuss with them. You see the chairman, and the chairman will also discuss with the people. It is not an invisible system we're about to inculcate into the local government. So what we're doing now is a practical thing, an idealistic government we're about to introduce into Onitsha South local government.
It's a practical thing.
Yeah.
So this mosquito, what did you call it
Mosquito
again?
campaign.
This mosquito campaign, how well how do you rate it in your own, can you rate it? How well has it promoted you?
The mosquito campaign has done quite well in promoting me, and not just me, but my other councillors, because I'm not just going alone. I have my councillors in the wards. So the mosquito campaign, with also the aid of my councillors, have been able to permeate the grassroots. So I also appreciate my councillors who are working with me. They are so formidable and they have done enough.
That's good. But are you so sure of a level playing field in this local government election?
When you talk about a level playing field, that is where the question comes in, and I actually love that. Before now, we've always heard that DSEC is state election, that local government election is the governor's election. This is the propaganda the incumbents propagate. Unfortunately, majority have assimilated this propaganda. This propaganda is what they use in winning an election. Unfortunately, they do not know that the inducting His Excellency, Elder Sheriff Oboriwori, a man I respect so much, is a man of opulence, a formidable governor. Saying such, or hearing such from our incumbents, the other party, which is PDP, it's so disheartening that they do not know the level of damage they are doing to that PDP structure in the state, indicting the governor that the election is of the governor to write names. But I believe the governor, because the governor has assured us, and I don't have any reason to doubt the governor, that the election will be free and fair. And when you come to the side of the DSEC, DSEC is a straightforward electoral body. DSEC is unbiased. What has happened previously for Onitsha South that I know is because the PDP in Onitsha South have never had any contest over the 24 years now.
Okay, no
So
contest.
no contest, no serious contest. But presently, Labour Party has a chairmanship candidate,
Yes.
and we have councillors in all the wards. So you understand that this is a contest. I believe the governor, with the respect the people of Delta State have for him, won't interfere in such filthy stories from PDP in Onitsha South.
That's good. Thank you. So for this contest now,
Yeah.
since this coming election now in Onitsha South local government is a contest, so why or how are you sure your people will vote you?
Thank you so much.
Yes. How are you sure your people will vote you in, and why should you be voted in?
Okay. Thank you so much. When you talk about my people,
Yeah.
I believe you're referring to Onitsha South.
Yes.
in general.
Yes, that you represent.
Yeah. Everybody in Onitsha South knows the fact that Onitsha South isn't working properly. Everybody internally agitates for a good governance, which spurred this my aspiration. Like I initially told you, the suffering of my people spurred my aspiration to this race. Now, I am confident that my people will not just vote for me. This is not a vote for Prince Ferdinand Obugo. This is a vote for a better Onitsha South. This is a vote for a diversified ideology into the local government. And that is where I stand. Anybody who feels he wants to vote for good living in Onitsha South will vote for Labour Party in this forthcoming election, come July 13th, 2024.
So the reason why you think they will vote for you is for a good living.
Yeah,
Come July 13th.
yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. or Prince Ferdinand
Obugo.
Obugo. Thank you so much for having you in the studio today.
Yeah.
So the people of Onitsha South, like you heard, the Labour Party candidate. He said you should vote for a better Anyosha South. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll quickly go on a short break. When we return, the discussion continues. Do stay. You're welcome back to the discussion segment. We're continuing from where we stopped, and this time we have two gentlemen in the house to continue with the local government election, the readiness and preparedness of the people. And to do that, in the studio with me, I have the SSA to the National Chairman of APC on Local Government Affairs. He is Mr. Norbert Akachukwu Sochukwu-Dimma. So you're welcome.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, viewers.
And also, to my left, I have Honorable Prince Henry Eze, JP, IPAC Chairman, Delta State. And he also doubled as Allied People's Movement. So you're welcome.
Thank you very much, viewers. Thank you, NT, for having me today.
Yeah. So you're welcome. So good to go. Let me start from my right. Now we want to, on this topic, the local government election, voters awareness and readiness. What are the key issues that you think should be prioritized in this local government election?
Yeah, I would like to start by saying that there have not been local government elections. Neither am I expecting any election on the 13th of July, 2024. What has been happening, and it's not peculiar with Delta State PDP, is the problem of local government not being autonomous. Until INEC takes over the conduct of local government election, there won't be elections. That is why the Forum of APC Local Government Party Chairman of Nigeria stands strongly with our dear President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that local government should become autonomous, so that there will be no state independent electoral commission. What happens is like a coronation of the candidates of the ruling party. The PDP in Delta State, not just all the local government, their campaigns has been that it is governor's election. Anybody that is coming from any other political party, you waste your money, you waste your time. That has been the narrative. And they've been able to do it to the extent that people from other political parties are not confident enough to contest. As bad as people must have painted INEC in the past, INEC is a saint compared to the State Independent Electoral Commission. There's no there's no confidence that DSEC will conduct free, fair and credible election. It has never happened, and there's no sign that it will happen.
But there was a time we had DSEC on this program, and this question was thrown, and they said everything has been done, that this local government election will hold,
Oh, I will just give you a practical scenario. The 2023 election that we had, in this, my federal constituency, the person representing it now is a Labour Party man that defeated a PDP person that had been there severally. It was because it's an INEC election. These local government councillors and the chairman that their tenure expired, in the whole of over almost 300 wards, there was only one opposition councillor. That is not the true picture of the mind of the people. And watch out and mark this date that I'm telling you. No matter what other people do, by 13th, some people now are already celebrating because their names are already written, the PDP of the state. So the only way out, the only solution, because I don't dwell so much on problems. I like way forward. The only way forward is that INEC should take over the conduct of local government elections in the whole, and it should be done concurrently. A day should be chosen. The 774 local government in Nigeria, INEC will conduct election. You will see that in different places you see YPP, you see APC, you see PDP, you see Labour, the feelings, the mind of the people will reflect. But if the state Independent Electoral Commission continues to conduct a local government election, it will remain the same problem. In the state, in my local government, I'm from Aniocha South, we have a chairmanship candidate, we have councillorship candidate, and we are making every effort. I have made up my mind that even if we are not announced winners,
yes,
we want to win in the field.
Okay.
So that whoever gets in there after losing in the field, your conscience will begin to continue to beat you until your tenure expires.
Thank you so much. I'll come back to you.
Thank you.
Sir, you heard him. So what's your take on that? On that question, what the key issues that you think should be prioritized in this local government election, this present one?
Yeah, thank you thank you very much, viewers. First of all, as the IPAC chairman Delta State, I want to disagree with my brother a bit, because this is a live program.
Yes.
And saying that even the election coming on 13th of July,
yes,
that they don't believe there's any election coming on 13th of July, that statement is not good, it's not right. Because we as political parties, I am a state party chairman, we have been following the trend of this election preparation right from the day this announced for this election, that is on 3rd of May. We have been following this, and as the IPAC, we have been in discussions with DSEC, major stakeholders, police, DSS and all that, to see how we can have free, fair and credible elections. And for now, we don't have any reason to doubt DSEC. We have held different seminars with DSEC. Just yesterday, DSEC with NUJ and all that. Let me say it clearly. This issue of this mindset that people are always having, that is a state election, is a state commission. That's what kills many political parties. Leave the issue of being that is the state election. Do your own homework as a political party first. Tell the people, tell the electorate that this is why I'm contesting this election and I want to win this election. And leave the electoral umpire to do their own work first. Don't preempt. Don't abuse the minds of people that the forthcoming election will not be free and fair. It is not. It's a very wrong statement.
Well, that is his own view.
Yeah, it's his own view, but it's not correct. It's not correct. Because many people are there to win the election, and if people are hearing this that forthcoming election they will not be free and fair, how will you even expect that? We have believed that come 13th July,
yes,
election will be held and the winner will be declared. That's our belief as IPAC.
Okay. Come 13th July, elections will be held and winners will be announced. Yes. So I want to ask, how informed do you think voters are about their candidates?
Thank you very much. We as IPAC, we have many roles to play in this election. Okay. And we have been doing that. First, we have embarked on sensitization exercise across the 25 LGAs of the states. We have been on jingles, even NTA did some jingles for us, DBS and all that. We have our billboards across the 25 LGAs that election will be free and fair, no thuggery, no violence. We are one Deltans. Come out that day and vote your conscience. So, and apart from that, we have met with security agencies. We visited the Commissioner of Police on the need to see that this election will be conducted on a very free atmosphere, devoid of violence. We have met with DSS. We have discussed on that. Even coming this Monday, we are going to sign a peace accord. All the political parties going for this election. We are 10 political parties contesting this election. We are going on peace accord. to see that we are going to agree to see that come July 13th, we are going to have a hitch-free election, devoid of violence and all that. And coming to issue of electors, we believe that we have done enough in telling the people that this election is our election. There will be no violence, no thuggery.
Well, you said you have done a lot by telling the electorate that there will be no violence, no thuggery. Well, that they could be hearing, but do they know their candidates of each political parties? Do they know them? Are they aware of these people, these other people, you know, the candidate themselves? Did they give their manifestos? That's what spurs people in going out to vote. How do you think, what level of that awareness do you think they created?
Yeah, this question lies on individual political parties going for the election. Like for PDP, you can see all their campaigns everywhere, every day they are going on campaigns. Some other parties like Labour, even my party and all that, they're all going for campaigns. So the question is, how far have you sensitized the people that you are going for election?
Yes, that's what I'm asking you, because you are in the field, so you will know. You have an idea.
Yes, I have an idea. The issue of being sensitized if people are going for election,
yes,
is everywhere. The campaigns are going on, and even just recently, DSEC published the unopposed candidates on the Pointer newspaper. Not only publishing it, they even pasted it on their notice board. And it's even on internet today, everywhere on internet. We have about 163 unopposed councilorship candidates, which means no other party fielded candidates in those places. And this brings me back to the issue of people saying that come July 20, come July election, that there is no election. If only PDP has about 163 unopposed candidates in the data state, which means so it's very clear.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You don't need to ask me a question, please. Let me just take it up from where it's coming.
Okay.
You see, we are Nigerians.
Yes.
And we'll do ourselves the service if we paint lies to become truth for whatsoever reason. With due respect, I see my brother here as a member of PDP. Let me tell you this, sir. Look at what he said. That they have already published 263 unopposed. 163 unopposed.
Yes.
More than half of the councillors that will be only PDP. The reason is because the antecedents of DSEC had shown that there won't be election. You don't need anybody to tell you. There is no, please, don't, I didn't interrupt you, please. I didn't interrupt you. There is no confidence. Check all the elections will be running, INEC elections. You will see more than 10 political parties vying for one position. 18 political parties competing, struggling. You wouldn't be asking this question, whether there is awareness. And what I said is a PDP member, he said that it's only PDP that has been going around campaign. Why wouldn't they? When they are under, they already know the answer of the question from the beginning, before the question is asked. It's unfortunate. I don't blame them so much. I want, by the special grace of God, Supreme Court has reserved judgment for local government autonomy. And I'm a prayer word I've been praying fervently, that God should help us. Let local government become autonomous. Let INEC take over the conduct of local government election. It's at that point we'll begin to see, if INEC announces timetable for election, you see political, ask him, how many councillorship as candidates does APM have? How many chairmanship candidates do they have? The reason they don't have is because no confidence that if they win, they will be announced. No confidence that there will be free, fair, credible election. That is the truth. I don't know how to paint things. That is why sometimes I shy away from appearing on live programs, because I'll say it the way it is. That I'm into politics will not stop me from having the fear of God and saying things the way they should be. So, it is a very big problem. Serious. Thank God. God is wonderful. Yes. He brought it now. that 163 unopposed. Have you ever seen that in any other House of Assembly election? You see opposed candidate, no. House of Rep, Senate, you won't see opposed because there's some level of confidence that any political party can win an election conducted by INEC. But there is no confidence that any other political party outside the ruling party will win a chairmanship election in a local government election that DSEC took care of. So even as NTA, as journalists, as media people, help us to pray, help us to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his quest to see that local government become autonomous. Let INEC begin to conduct local government elections, and then you see the will of the people will begin to reflect.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So come July 13th, what do you have to say to your people?
Beautiful. For instance, the party I represent, All Progressives Congress, we are doing our campaign. Okay. Not just because of what the end of the result will be, but we need to go to the field, like the governor said, that people should go out and test their popularity. We are going to test our popularity in the field. Okay. And I'm talking to Deltans, go and vote for that candidate you're convinced will do something, irrespective of what is going to happen. I said it from my opening remark, that if we win, by the grace of God, I'm able to deliver a councillor in my ward or deliver chairman in my local government, and someone else is announced, there's no problem. It will be on record. Posterity will speak for all of us. But we don't chicken out. We are working. The reason I don't base in Delta. Okay. I came in from Abuja. And the only reason I'm in Delta this period is because of this local government election. Okay. To see that my followers in APC are not stranded, no matter what else. Do you know that opposition political parties practically begged their members to pick form? APC Delta State gave out the funds free because people were not interested. No confidence, no trust. When we were doing 2023 election, they were abusing INEC, calling, but nobody is talking about this. And unfortunately, the local governments are closer to the people than the state and the federal. But no much attention. This local government is where they handpick people, put anybody they want, and that is why development in communities and the welfare of the people is in shambles. We need God to arise and help us. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, you saw I'm a senior special advisor to the local government, to the national chairman of APC on local government affairs. Okay. I'm a grassroots person. I feel the impulse of the downtrodden. The reason we are going through a lot is because over time, I said it's not peculiar to Delta, over time, local government elections have not been what it ought to be. So people just get in there like appendages of the state governors.
So just spoil your people, in the second. Just spoil them to...
So I charge you, my dear people, especially the members of my great party, in all the 25 local governments in Delta State, please do not be deterred. Go out on 13th July, as long as barring any last minute that election still holds, go out there and vote for our great party. And for all Deltans, if you don't like APC, vote for the party you like. Don't say because we will know what the result will be, let me vote by hand. Go out there, do it, so that posterity will judge all of us.
Thank you so much. Just in 2 seconds, your last words also.
Okay, what I would tell Deltans is that election is not a two-order affair. Come out that day on July 13th, vote your conscience. Don't say this is the second election. Go and vote whoever you want to vote. And at the end of the day, we are also telling the DSEC to do the right thing. They should match their words with actions, so that that day we will not have issue of delay of ballot boxes and all that. So that at the end of the day, we'll be able to say yes, we had a free, fair, and credible election in this state.
Thank you so much for having you guys.
Thank you, madam.
And thank you for sharing your views.
Thank you. God bless you, madam.
So, Deltans, you heard it. come July 13th is the day for the local government election. Troop out en masse and vote your conscience. And for this sake, please prove your credibility. Do the right thing so that Deltans will stick to what you pronounce. That brings us to the end of today's edition of Saturday Live Show. Next week, do join me again, even as we have another interesting package. I'm your anchor, Faith Herrero. Please, I would like to have you again next week. And before then, do have a pleasant weekend and a nice week ahead. Bye.